there was quite a lot of players out for England duty as well. What did you make of their performance for England?
I think... I remember when I was on here a few weeks ago, it was when England played last, and we had a similar conversation because and it's the same. It was like a sort of recurring match this time round again, and you know, I don't think well, the game just gone. I don't think you could sort of lay it on them that the whole team didn't play well, but they just seem to. I think this thing with England, it's obviously been going on for years. England have underachieved generally for years and years, and that's just part of it. Every player seems to have an issue reproducing. There's a mental block with a lot of players that they're afraid of playing their normal game when they play for England, and that's been there for a long time. But
these guys together for Spurs sort of work in harmony, and when there's only a few of them for England, I don't think that harmony, it's almost, it would be lovely if we could see the Poch style of play for England.
Yeah. Well, the only answer to that is to make him England manager one day, but I...
Would you want to lose him?
Not yet, no, of course, no, not. I think it's quite nice that... in the past, whenever any of the managers or more the players got good, we all thought, well, Man United are just going to come in and buy them. There was always that thing where we had that fear, and it's nice that we don't have that way. I mean, the Bale thing was a bit different because everyone sort of realised, he's going to go to Real Madrid and you can't really stop that. But it's quite nice not worrying about that kind of thing too much. OK,
so a lot of the players were on the bench. Son was rested by Leverkusen. Is it Tuesday? I think he's there playing. So do you think that was the right choice?
Yeah, because I think because of how much he's travelled for international duty, and also if he played today, I don't think he'd probably be fit enough to play again against Leverkusen. So I think it's probably the right choice not to start him.
I think there's been some interesting movement with the squad, which we might not have seen last season, in order to accommodate international duty, because there's been quite a lot of, we've seen 2 lots of international breaks already. I think Pochettino's actually rested and utilised quite a small squad quite well.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't now lose this game, in the last few minutes, we'd be unbeaten. So it sort of, to do what he's done and for us to stay unbeaten is a pretty good test. We're not a club that historically goes long stretches unbeaten, so it's...
Well, so this is the 11 straight wins, the best start since 1960, so you're right, it's not a club.
No, I remember 1990, we were unbeaten in the league until November. We lost against Liverpool. 4 teams started the season that year unbeaten into November, which was crazy, and including Crystal Palace. But that was the last season where, where we looked good. Since the Premier League started, we've never really, statistically started too well.
Now, Luke McKee has been on loan for Peterborough.
Keeper, yeah.
But he's looking, and he was as part of a first team last season a couple of times. He was on the sheet, wasn't he?
Has he just done something? Has he just saved a penalty or something?
No, he's certainly looking quite impressive at Peterborough, but would you want him back? Would you want
I don't think, third choice keeper, we've got the Spanish guy in this, we've got 3, he'd be 4th choice, and, he'd never play. I'm not sure I can personally say I've seen enough of him to know if he's good enough to keep. But no, I think when you've got one of the best goalkeepers in the world, you don't really think about going down to 4th choice.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Vorm is, he's not brilliant. He's an OK backup, but I don't know. You're the first person that's asked me that question. So
well, I think it's because Peterborough are looking to extend the loan. So I think it's whether you guys want him back or not.
I think we can live with him staying there longer, if that's the question.
He's probably worse than Ben Anek.
Yeah, Ben Anek was bad.